What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey and we're back with another one. So before I get cracking, if you want a free share of stock, you can open up a trading 212 account, link in the description, and then you can join us on these fire plays. Alright guys, so to kick off the last day in the stock market, I'm coming out with a penny stock video, highly requested by you guys. You want to know what penny stocks I'm investing in? I've picked up a new one today, and I'm excited to put it on your radar because I do think this company is set for some good things, and you could see that share price explode, and that's what we want. Now guys, I must say, penny stock investing, I see it as a way to blow off a bit of steam in the stock market, keep the majority of your funds into those long-term plays, those growth plays. We call them wealth builders over here. As long as you guys know the risk with penny stock investing and you know they can be volatile, we are set and ready to go. Now guys, before I jump into the headline show, that's the penny stock that I picked up today. One of our penny stocks in our existing portfolio needs a bit of coverage. I need to tell you guys what's been going on. So let's jump into the play. Up first is our play, that's American Battery. Now we've been in this play for a while over here on this channel. We've made hundreds of percentage points in gains on this play. Now I've given you guys the formula, the strategy to crush American Battery this year. You guys know we set that stop limit, we set that trailing stop loss, because if there's any downward volatility in that stock price, we can cash out, reinvest at the dip before it rides back up, and we just repeat that process on this play. Guys, let me remind you why. Because right now this is a pre-revenue company, but they're set for great things. They're in the process of constructing that lithium battery plant, which is going to recycle around 20,000 tons, which is going to equate to revenues of around 200 million. Guys, this is why this company right now is commanding a market cap of over 1 billion. But because they're pre-revenue, that share price is going to trend downwards if we don't see constant PR notes. So that's why you've seen that stock price this week come down around 35%. Guys, this just gives you an opportunity to cash out, buy the dip when they come out with some good news. And here we have it. They've delivered some good news, and I want to make sure it's on your radar. The first is that they've come out and announced that the business is now debt free. This is a great thing because they don't have that financial burden running through their P&L. They can just operate their business freely. So we like to see it. The next is that they're making progress with their plant. They have the permits in place and they're ready for construction. So everything is looking like it's in timely order. As the next is that they're moving along progress with uplisting to the NASDAQ. I've gone through with you guys why uplisting is such a great thing for a company. You guys know that it increases their liquidity, gives them access to a lot more investors, and guys, gives them access to a lot more capital which they can get to go and grow their business and fund their business. So again, another sign. Another thing I want to put on your radar is they've received a grant from the Department of Energy of $4.5 million. Now this is a great thing because firstly what it does is it validates American Battery's technologies, but also it paves the way for future grants. And CEO has come out and said that they have around 50 million in grants outstanding. So there's the opportunity for this company to be walking away with an additional 50 million. It's unlikely they'll get the whole thing, but they'll get a slice of the pie. Now you guys know I always pay attention to the details and come and bring it to you direct. In an interview with the CEO, he's mentioned that we should be expecting some news on the business to be announced next week. Now he doesn't disclose what news that is, but guys, the last time I saw a CEO do that was with the Alpine 4 CEO when he mentioned that they are not finished with acquisitions this year. And there you have it. The very next week, they announced that value acquisition, which pushed that share price up. So guys, we should be on the lookout for some news for American Battery Metals next week that could potentially drive that share price up further. I got my strike price on this play set at $3. If you can catch them under 3, you guys know what to do. Remember, set that stop limit, set that trailing stop loss if you're using the Robinhood, the Webull app, or any broker that allows you to do that, because if there's downwards volatility, it's going to cash out, but we're going to catch that dip and go again. Now the time's come to jump into our main event. So here we have it. The patrons already got the alert for this one, so they're set and ready. This is Kiwa Biotech. That's ticker symbol KWBT. They're a biofertilizer company which is used to make better crops in China. Now Kiwa has seen some explosive growth over the last couple of years because in China there's high demand for organic foods. Now you guys know I always talk about the kryptonite of our plays because that's going to be the key driver to push that share price up. Now with Kiwa, their kryptonite is their historic financials. Historically, they've produced some very high revenue numbers for the size of the business, which is floating around 10 million in market cap. So I'm going to go through and show you guys 2017 revenue, 17 million, 2018, 30 million. 2019, 40 million. Guys, this is some very high revenue numbers for the size of their business. You guys know I always talk about that market cap to sales. That's going to show you how cheap or expensive a stock is. Now, they have a sub 1 times market cap to sales. That is pretty rare to see in today's priced up environment. So you guys know if you jump on this stock and other investors catch on that this is a cheap stock, and if they deliver on the rest of their business initiatives and answer some questions from investors, guys, you are going to see this stock price explode. And those of you who've been rocking with the channel, when I introduced you to cloud commerce, they were also under 1x price to sales. Now Kiwa is actually even cheaper than that, and you guys know what happened to cloud commerce over the next couple of days. We're talking up 300%. So there's a couple of things about Kiwa that I want to make sure is on your radar before you guys consider jumping into this one. Now, it does appear that the business has been hit hard by the pandemic. Half year 2020 sales was around 60% of planned. But at the rate that this business was going, you guys saw those revenue numbers from 2017 to 2019, that 60% planned would still be a good revenue number. So I do think they still secured good financials for 2020. Now, they've also had cash and funding issues, which has led to a restructuring of the business, but that looks to be going to plan at the moment. Now, guys, if you are joining us on this play, don't expect the share price to explode for no reason. We have to exercise some patience and wait for the catalyst to come along, because when they do, it could be big for this stock price. So I'm going to make sure you guys know the catalyst. Now, they haven't released their 2020 financials yet. Remember, they've got their 2019 financials sitting at around 40 million in revenue. But 2020, because of the restructuring, there's a delay and they're getting those prepared now. So when they announce that, we could see an increase in that stock price. Another is if they come out and announce that their financials are in a stable position, right? There's no need to worry about the financial situation of Kiwa anymore. Again, that could act as a catalyst to push that stock price up. They've also noted that they are going for international expansion. Again, if they make progress on that, you could see that stock price increase. All right, guys, if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time it is. This question comes from Passport Powell. He says, how diversified would you recommend the portfolio to be if the account is 5,000, 10,000, and 25,000? Now, this is a great question. When you're starting out and your account value is small, pick a small amount of stocks to start your portfolio. You can start with 5 stocks. And what you could do is diversify those across our mega trends. So you could have 1 or 2 stocks in EV, 1 or 2 in hydrogen, again in renewables, and our other mega trends. Now, you want to start off like this so you don't feel overwhelmed with the number of stocks in your portfolio. Another reason is that you can monitor those stocks and then you can catch the dips. You can load up, and that is how you're going to maximize your returns in your portfolios over time. Now, if you have a large amount of stocks, it's harder to understand when the dips occur in those stocks and you're going to miss them. So keep the portfolio small. 5 stocks when you start off is ideal. Now, guys, as you become more experienced, right, as you keep checking into the channel, watching the videos, and as that portfolio value grows, then you can start increasing the number of stocks. You can work your way up from 5 to 10 stocks, again, in our mega trends. Now, guys, do remember the same way you're adding stocks to your portfolios, you can also sell out of some of your existing positions. Now, we call those dead weights. Those are stocks that are not growing, not moving. Sell them, reinvest into some of the high growth plays that are already in your portfolios. Guys, it's all about maximizing our returns this year. Now, I know some of you are now probably wondering how many is too many stocks to have in your portfolio. I always think if you're getting above 30 stocks in your portfolio, it's time to start looking at these stocks, identifying which ones are dead weights, selling out of those positions, reinvesting into the high growth ones in your existing portfolio. So as always, thanks for tuning in. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Also check out the link down below to the Patreon, where you'll get access to the Discord. Now, talking about portfolios, over at the Discord, we have our portfolio review channel. So if you want, you can go ahead, paste in your portfolios over there. We'll analyze that, review that, get back to you with some suggestions on how you can improve that this year. And I'll check back with you guys later today. Catch you on the next one.